The first time we came to Crosswalk was for the very first pop-up because Rick told me about Crosswalk and we were interested. We hadn't been going to any church in the area for a while. We just weren't feeling like it really mattered if we were attending anywhere, so we were just doing our own church at home.
The first time I came to Crosswalk Chattanooga, I was invited by Professor Lopez-Tizmon. And she said, I have this church, I really want you to try it out. I remember hearing the song Winter Snow, and I was blown away. I loved the song. I loved not just the song, but the feel of the program. It just felt really light. It felt open and welcoming, and that was the first time that I walked in and I really connected with the church.
I was a big church hopper. I just never committed because I never felt like, oh man, this is home. A lot of my church experience has been, you have to be at this place. You have to be at this standard, this level to be a part. Crosswalk was really good about being like, come on, like anyone, we don't care.
The first time we came, we knew no one. We stumbled upon it on Facebook. We were kind of seeking, looking for a church, looking for a place. Hadn't been to church in a few weeks, wondering what we were going to do. And I said, hey Rick, look, here's one. We know nothing about it, we know no one, and we decided to go.
And our middle son happened to be going to Loma Linda. He was out there working. And we went out and visited one time, and we just happened on Crosswalk Redlands. And so when Kim saw Crosswalk Chattanooga, there had to be a connection.
We thought, I wonder if it's the same, but we enjoyed it out there the one time we went. So we decided, okay, let's go for it.
I'd been in the area for about 3.5 years, 4 years, and I originally moved here because my mom was getting older and she wanted me in the area. About 2 days after I moved, she had surgery. At the time, I had no idea how to process because I just moved to an area and I had really no support system. I had my family, but they were 2 hours away. And I had my mom, but she couldn't really function. So I had to build up a support system, and I'm used to having a church family for that support. So I kept looking and searching for a church that I could connect to in that way. Not just, oh, I really like Sabbath school. Oh, I really like the pastor. I didn't want a piecemeal experience. I wanted something really whole. What I found with Crosswalk is that it was really open. I could volunteer for something. I could connect to groups. I could worship in a way that felt really real to me. And that's what I was looking for, and that's what I found in Crosswalk, because I was coming from a position where I just needed a family.
When you accept people as they are, how they come, they don't have to be a certain way for you to be there for them, to care for them, to want to take care of them, to open up to them, to let them open up to you. And it's just genuine. Being involved with the community outreach, it's given me the opportunity to actually get to know more of our Crosswalk community through the volunteers. If you want a place to go, whether it's the first church you've ever walked into or it's the 50th church you've ever walked into, it's going to be a place that genuinely sees you, recognizes you, and is glad you're there. No matter what circumstance, we take you as you are. And we're known in the community as, hey, you need help. This is a church that is here to help. And they stand by their word, and you can depend on them.
But once I got involved, and once I started truly listening to the message, no matter who's preaching, like, I don't mind sitting by myself. And I think that dynamic of being involved has changed something to where it's not like a social thing, where it's like, you know, hanging out with your friends at the mall or anything. It's like, I'm here for something deeper. My friends just happen to be here. Like, we're the body, and Christ is the head, and the body doesn't discriminate. Like, no matter what part of your body it is, it's all part of the body, and we just have to follow the one thing, the one example. And that for me, is what has set Crosswalk apart to where it makes me want to come back every week.
Our Bible study actually went through Acts for a while. We have a small group that we were very close to and growing with, and there were just a couple of us very restless in there. It didn't feel, our church experience didn't feel like it was the way it should feel.
Tim's always talking about, I don't want to be a church that just sits still. And he wants movement, and we see it. We're about the community, we're about the people around us. We wanted a church family too we can invite people to come to. And I just feel like I could invite anybody.